Right, we are at Saudi Arabia for round 2 of the RVRL Racing League. Okay everybody, hello and welcome to RVRL round 2. We're at Saudi Arabia for the 3rd season of this great league and we are into Q1 now. 17 great drivers, all looking to prove themselves. Still a long way to go in this season, and anyone can become champion. Let's check who's the first car coming out on track. It is Jacob in the Alfa Romeo. He's on the softs in the Alfa Romeo. It is realistic. Should be pretty good though. Average lap time around here around about a 1:27.8. Unrealistic. I'm not too sure, but I know the Red Bulls and the Mercedes are pretty well up there. Should be looking for 1:27.4 probably in quali. Should be quite interesting. As we're getting more people out on track now. Collie and Boss in a Haas. Good to see him again, not seeing him since the SBS day. No. 17 people. Don't think anyone get knocked out, maybe one person. James in the Aston Martin. I remember the last time out in Australia in Tier 2, he came P4 in quali in the Williams. It's an amazing result for him. Looking to do the same here again in the Aston Martin. Gabriel is out on the mediums, currently on his outlap. Josh is on his outlap as well, he's on the softs in the AlphaTauri. But yeah, I am your full-time commentator for Tier 1 and Tier 2, but sadly I couldn't make Tier 2 today. So, on board with Velocity, I think he's the first person. No, he isn't. Jacob is, but we're right on board with the Velocity. Quite a nice first few corners there. Swipe it into the first Slasmo. Pretty good. You have to take it flat out for it. Oh, that's an invalidation. Not what you want. Jacob is on the lap, 31.8 first sector. There has been a crash. Oh no, I think it's just qualifying. No. Okay, what's going on? I saw Qualian and the Williams just... Oh, he's in AI, that's why. Yeah, that's just ruined Qualian's lap. Ah. Anyway, who's going to be the first person to cross the line? It's going to be Jacob. What can he deliver in his Alfa Romeo? Coming to the line now, a 1:30.293. I think it's a pretty decent lap for an Alfa Romeo car, but I think he'll have to do better to get through. As you see, Verstappen 1 setting a 1:29.6 on the mediums in a Mercedes though, so you would expect that from him. Splandy in the Aston Martin setting a 1:30.5, immediately being beaten by Cubes in the Alpine. Quite a few people invalidated their laps, so they came into the pits. Velocity's on the lap, 32.0 first sector. I think that's a few attempts down on his teammate in the first sector, but see if we can make it up. Ooh, he didn't fully connect there. Probably lost a few attempts. There's a yellow flag in front. I'm not sure if his teammate's going to give him a slipstream. No, he doesn't, he's just moving over. Doesn't look like a bad lap so far. Pretty clean, but Still time to gain for velocity, as it is only Q1. Across the line now, 131.026. Puts in P6 as well, just behind Aston Martin or Splandy, who is not on another lap, he's on his in lap. Oliviera on a lap now. About to cross the line, what can he get? So will it be a 128? So 128.806. That is a good lap from Oliviera. Puts in P1. And around about, what is it? 8 tenths up on the Mercedes of Verstappen. But he is on the medium, so it's definitely time to gain there. Right aboard with the Williams. It's about to start his lap. There's a yellow flag in sector 1, but I will not go into it as we are on board with the Williams so far. It's a pretty solid lap so far, not messed up. The Ferrari in his way though. That's not invalid. How? It's not been the great. Yeah, there. It's not been the greatest of first sectors. The Ferrari got in his way a little bit, I reckon, but it is what it is. Anyone's gone. It's the Ferrari one too. I don't want to say his name, but he's gone P2 and he's beaten a Mercedes on the mediums. He's done 2 laps on them tyres, but it's promising signs for Ferrari. OM sets his lap now. Oh, a big lift, not invalidated. We can keep going, but never mind. Commentator's curse, gets invalid. Quite a few people getting invalids, but James, as I said earlier, last time out in Australia, he got P4 in quali. He is a man to watch. Oh, he clips the wall, but I don't think he's on his lap. I think he's done a cool down lap again. Meanwhile, out of nowhere, Yusuf has just put in a 128.610 to put in P1 on the mediums. I did not see that one coming. What a lap from Yusuf. On the mediums, he's definitely been practicing for this. Gabriel spits to the Ferraris, goes P3 with the McLaren. Pretty decent lap. I want to see the difference between Leclerc and Yusuf. They're both on the mediums, but I want to see what the gap difference is between their lap times. Anyway, Leclerc is about to start his lap. He needs their lap because if he wants to get into Q2, then he'll need it. Solid first corner. Getting on the power, a little bit of a slide would hurt him a little bit, and the Ferrari is out. I don't know what's happened. I'm not sure what's happened, but the Ferrari is out. Purple first sector for Leclerc, 31.096. Of course, there's only one Mercedes driver today, which is Verstappen, and the McLaren has spun. He needs to rejoin in the safe place though. Could be very... Oh, he's reset the track. I'm not sure if that's allowed in this league, but I'll let it slip for now. If you want to report it, you can. Anyway, Leclerc coming around the final corner now. Will he do a max? No, he doesn't. Gets on the throttle really well. Opens DRS. What will this lap be? 28.5. Puts him just under a tenth ahead of his teammate. His teammate's done 2 laps and validated his other lap. And Leclerc has popped himself up into P1. At the moment, Red Bull are on top. It is only early stages in this quali, but could it be a sign for the race? Four drivers yet to set a lap. One did, but actually no, 2 did, but they're retired. So that's unfortunate. But let's just ride on board with James for his lap. Starting his lap now. If I was James, I'd be looking for around about a 1:29.5ish, just to make sure that you're safe, as other drivers can easily improve, I reckon. It's pretty good. Lifts a little bit, but gets the throttle down well. 31.6, he's 6 tenths down on Leclerc's first sector. But for an Aston Martin, he's doing pretty well. He chucks it into the right-hander. It's a pretty good lap. There is yellow flags out on track, but I'm still on board James. 59.9 middle sector. It's pretty average for a medium tyre runner, but can he complete this lap without hitting the wall? Let's see. Here he is. Round the last corner. It's a pretty good lap so far. Will it be a 1:28, 1:29.9, puts him P8, just ahead of his teammate Svandy and the Alfa Romeo of Jacob. It's a pretty decent lap for an Aston Martin. Only 3 tenths off of the Mercedes with the same engine. Yeah, the flag sector 2 and sector 3. Yusuf has retired, I think, in the pits though. RVRL is retired. They think they're safe. The AlphaTauri is on a lap here. He's on the mediums. Can he get himself through to Q2? I'm not sure if everyone gets through now because one person's DNF'd. Let's put them down. But oh, he's messed that up a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Where will it put him? Puts him to P10 actually. He improves, not massively, but at least he's through. Gabriel is on another lap. Well, gone for another lap now. I would think that he's safe on a 1:28.8, but just to make sure, he's got to go for another lap. Talking about McLarens, his teammate really needs his lap, but otherwise he'll be knocked out. 30.8 for the first sector. That is fastest first sector, I know it is, because Leclerc did a 31.0. keep it together, and you are through to Q2. James has retired into the pits. Shut up, Marcus. So it's a purple sector 2. He needs this lap. Opens the DRS in gear 8 now. It's now or never. If he doesn't set a valid lap, then he's out. He really needs it. Gets a good exit. Opens DRS. Where will it put him? Probably P1. It's P1. 128.112 from the McLaren driver. Put them safely through to Q2. Is anyone else on the lap now? Velocity and Itex. Itex has invalidated on his out lap, but that doesn't really matter. He's got enough time to do a normal lap. Splandy, he's on a lap as well. Opens his DRS now. Where will this put him? It's good enough for P13. He improved by 23 thousandths of a second, but didn't put him anywhere else. So, but I think he's safe through anyway, because Cube's in the Alpine retired on track, so as long as everyone sets a valid lap time, they'll be through, I reckon. Maybe 2 will be knocked out. This is crucial laps now for Velocity and Itex. Itex taking a big lift there. Doesn't get invalidated somehow. Isn't the greatest of first sectors for him. 32.1. He's still improving by near enough a tenth. But he is 6 tenths off Velocity's time. So he needs to make a lot up if he wants to get through. OM retires into the pits. Everyone retiring now. Oh, and Itex gets invalidated. That's unfortunate for him. I don't think he'll be out of Q1 though. He might be. I'm not even sure how many drivers get through, to be honest, right now, because he's 17. Qualifying is over. It's now or never for Velocity, I guess. He's 10th up, 13 at 1.905 for the sector. He'll be looking to be where his teammate is by the end of this lap if he absolutely nails it. It was a good lap for him. Gabriel retires into the pits. This is crucial for Velocity. 2 tenths up. Needs to nail this last sector now. Steers is wide open. Needs to take the closest line to the next corner. Hopefully he doesn't do on max. He gets a good exit. This is a good lap from Velocity here. Where will it put him? I think he stays P16. I'm not entirely sure, but I just looked at the timer up at the top. That is Q1. All there is: McLaren, Leclerc, Yusuf, Gabriel, Oliveira, Ewart, Verstappen, Josh, James, Sebi, OM, Jacob, Splandy, Velocity, Cubes, Colin Boss, and Itex. So 3 people got knocked out: Cubes and Colin Boss and Itex. It's pretty close between all of them. Some decided to go on medium, some decided to go on more softs. So it's a split strategy. Will it pay off? I've never tried to go on mediums before in Q1 for some reason. Maybe I should try that. Alright, let's have a look at how this goes now. Q2 here at Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. Round 2 of RVRL. It's pretty good so far in Q1. Not been the worst.
Mom, what are we having?
It's crazy.
Okay, thanks.
Alright. Message. Alright. Who's the first person out? It's not James. It is Jacob again. First person out. Let's have a look at what you can do. James just goes flying past him. Warming up his tyres now. Let's have a look at tyres actually, because it'll be quite interesting to see who's on what. Oliveira choosing to go for the optional mediums. Everyone else decides to go on softs so far. I reckon with the Ferrari's pace though, and if you put in a lot of practice, then you can get through. Would it be too hard to get a Ferrari through on the mediums? But as long as he nails the lap and does really well, he should be through. Okay, so some people have started the laps now. James is the first person on his lap. Takes it really nicely. It doesn't get invalidated. That's a really good first sector from James. 31.009 quality lap from him so far. What can he deliver? Goes a little bit wide. Can he nail this? He has to swoop in. Lifts a little bit. Doesn't. Yeah, he's got invalidated. It was a good lap up until then. What about Oliveira? He is on a lap. He's on the mediums. I will mention again, he's the only one on the mediums and he's got invalid. This track is catching loads of people out so far. Gabriel on a lap now, purple middle sector. He's going to get a good slipstream off the driver in front. This is the Alfa Romeo of Jacob. The brakes late. Gets a great exit out of the corner. Gets another great slipstream. Where will this put him? 127.8 for Gabriel. Double slipstream. That isn't a bad lap. Verstappen goes into P2, 4 tenths behind, but Leclerc, by the smallest of margins, beats Gabriel 21 thousandths of a second. Verstappen's 4 tenths back, Ferrari's 6 tenths back, near enough 7, and Jacob is in a world of himself. 2.5 seconds back. Oliveira has gone for another lap. Velocity's on a lap. Around about 1.2 seconds off Gabriel's first sector. Yeah, Tari starting his lap as well now. It's critical to get a good lap in for Q2, because if you want to get through, you'll be in the top 10 obviously. It's alright, I was just going somewhere.
Yes.
I'm back now.
Actually, well, I don't. Well, my best friend.
Oh, Yusuf goes P1 with a 127.6. 2 touch up on his teammate. I'm not gonna say anything, but if I was racing, I'd be P1 right now. But I am your commentator anyway for the rest of the season, which I should be happy about. Yoftari splits the Ferraris. Oliveira, I didn't realise, set a 1:30.0 on the mediums. Isn't a bad lap. Although in qualifying 1, quite a few drivers on the mediums are setting like 1:29.5s. OM gets invalidated first sector, almost goes into the back of Oliveira, and yeah. I'm gonna shout out the GOAT Nathan, which is Formula NJ, for letting me be a commentator. He asked me and I said yep, so thank you Nathan for this opportunity. 7 minutes to go of this quali. Not that much longer, but still quite a bit. Some drivers really need a lap in, such as James, who's invalidated it again. His teammates invalidated as well. Ooh, the Alpine is on the lap now. Ooh, I'm tired. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, what a save. Big correction there. It doesn't get invalidated somehow, like God knows how. Oh wait, no it does. Never mind, I'm just blind. He is goated. He's a Ferrari TP in ERL, and he's an Alpine driver in RVRL. He is the GOAT, I shall say. Do 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 do. The other Tyrese on a lap, Josh. It's pretty good so far. Not the worst. He needs a lap in though if he wants to get into Q3, so yeah, there's still 6 drivers who haven't set a lap. This is a great first sector from Josh though. In fact, that is a stunning first sector for an AlphaTauri. Keeps it close, don't hit the wall, good job. McLaren has to move, nice job. Swing it into the corner, get the throttle down, don't hit the wall, nice. This is a great lap from Josh. I don't want to curse him, but this, if he keeps it up, I reckon he's going to get to Q3. Problem middle sector, the game says, 29.1 middle sector. This is a great lap. I mean, it'll put him around about P5 if he keeps it up, I think. Around about P5, P4ish. I might be wrong, but yeah, I am wrong. But it's in P6, so I wasn't that far off. It's a great lap for an AlphaTauri. Goes in front of his teammate, RVRL, I'd seen, switches his tyres in the pits. Maybe he's thinking about going on the softs instead, as he doesn't feel confident with staying on the mediums. Quite a few drivers are getting invalidated, which isn't the best, but this is a track where you can easily invalidate, so yeah. Hold on, give me a sec guys, I'll be back in 1 minute. Guys, this might be bad, but there's quite a bit of Q3. I will have to be off for a bit, but I'll keep the stream up and I'll be back for the race. But hopefully I can eat fast and get back for the end of Q3, but I will leave the stream on so you guys can still watch. But I'm staying for now. I'll just go when I get called. Okay, I will go now, but I hope you enjoy it, and I will be back at the end of Q3. Sorry guys, I am back. Oh, sorry guys, I am back. Leclerc, he's in the lead at the moment. One DNF's Flandy. OM is in the pits. Yusuf. Oh, there's a huge battle here. Three. The Alpine goes down the inside. Velocity. Defends well. Let's have a look at positions changed so far. Gabrielle up 4 places. Leclerc's got a 2.2 second lead as it stands. The Red Bull man is running away with this. There's quite a few position changes so far, but yeah. Olivia, there's only 4 people who've stayed the same places. Olivia, James and Josh and Leclerc, obviously. 2.7 seconds clear now. He is dominating this race. Verstappen's in the pits for some reason. 5 laps old tyres, and he's in. James is in the pits as well. Maybe they're gonna go for the mediums. Can mediums go to the end? I don't know. Will Yusuf get ahead of them? Has Yusuf made a stop yet? Where is stopped? Yep, Yusuf has stopped and he's not jumped him. He's side by side with Verstappen. He's not going to move down. Yusuf, I don't know what's happened at the beginning of the race, but he's now behind Verstappen and he needs to get past him quick if he wants to get that pace back and challenge his teammate for the race win. He needs to also save the DRS as well because he doesn't want to use all of it just trying to get past the Mercedes. He wants to conserve it as much as possible. He's got more pace as it seems. This is now or never. Can he get past Verstappen? Leclerc sets another fastest lap of the race, I think. He's in as a league of his own. Anyway, he's got a better run. Yusuf right on the outside. Ooh, close contact there, but he makes the move stick. He's almost Verstappen, Hamilton last year. But it's weird to see a Verstappen name in the Mercedes. So, oh! Curbs! How's he been that? How's he gone around there then? There must be some contact. James, what? Oh, it's a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car is deployed for anyone that wants to go into the pits. I think everyone's gone past it though. Yes, they have. Leclerc's got a 3.5 second gap to Gabrielle. He has been completely dominant in this race. No one can stop him. I mean, they probably can, but as it stands, he's well clear. Anyway, 3.1 the gap is now between Gabriel and Leclerc. Maybe this is Gabriel making a charge and making a statement. I know it's just a few corners, but he is beginning to catch him. I'm not sure if it's just a virtual safety car, but I need to check if there's been anything said in the RVRL server, because I've been off for a little bit on a tier 2. Right there, I'm back. I don't know how Splandy crashed, but I'll be able to check after this race. The clock's got 3.1 second gap to Gabriel Oliveira. Quite far back, but he is starting to gain a little bit. The McLaren driver has passed Josh for P4. He's on the medium compound. Half the grid has pitted already. Velocity making his way into the pits now, probably going for the medium compound of tyres. Only 3 drivers have a penalty. Verstappen still battling with Yusuf. No contact made. It is quite hard to follow a driver through this part of the track. Needs to keep it nice and clean through here. He'll get the DRS here. Doesn't really gain you anything though. Probably a warning from that. As you can see, it doesn't really gain you anything. 3-second time penalty for James Biscuit for exceeding track limits multiple times. Currently in P9. Verstappen still right behind Yusuf. Yusuf somehow keeping it up at bay, but Verstappen will have another attempt. Where will he go? Down the inside. Verstappen, using a bit of VRS, has got his way back through. This is a good ding-dong battle here. Josh is into the pits for AlphaTauri. He's coming back out. Can he get in front of James? Yes, he can. James is on the hard compound of tyres. That explains why he's so far down at the moment and losing pace. Ferrari, one driver's having a great race and one is having a pretty dreadful race. It's got to be said. Alfa Romeo and Haas are having a pretty solid race. Qualifying Boss and Haas all over the rear of Jacob in the Alfa Romeo. This is a good battle. Jacob, they're both on the mediums. Everyone's pitted from 6th down to 16th. Only the top 5 yet to pit. Coin Boss is all over the rear of Jacob. 3-second time penalty. I don't even want to say his name, but I know who he is. For the Alpine, I'm just going to say that. Yusuf and Verstappen are still having a great battle. Catching up with the Alpine now, who can interfere really, well, a lot too. Look, he's holding him up so much. This helps Verstappen close in now. There's no way through those, too wide. It doesn't go into this corner. Someone will have to back out. And they do. This is not helping Verstappen in his pursuit of Yusuf. He's got DRS again. Yusuf hasn't. But Verstappen, with that carnage, has almost dropped out of the DRS zone. He's managed to keep up with him though. 6 tenths the gap now. The clerk is out of the pits, not into the pits. But as it stands, both the McLarens 1 and 3 at the moment, and the Alpine gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Not the greatest of races, it's got to be said, but there's been some great battles. He's came back out in P10 now. 5 drivers with penalties. Not too bad. Anyway, Verstappen's dropped a second back now.
Wasn't that tiny smidge? Okay.
Gabriel's into the pits now, which lets the clerk retake the lead. He's pitted already and he's P1. There's only one driver that hasn't pitted so far, and that is the McLaren. It's the McLaren at 2 and 3 at the moment, Red Bull 1 and 5. This is looking good for the McLaren in the Constructors' Championship. James Biscuit gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, he's DNF'd into the pits. Don't know why he's done that, but it's DNF'd. Anyway, Jacob and Quality Boss having a great scrap here. Who's going to come out on top? It's Quality Boss in the Haas. Haas are in the points. Quality Boss is having an outrageous race at the moment. Not got any penalties either, and he's up into P10. He's got a really good helmet on, and he's now going to be on the hunt for P9. Unless Jacob has second answers and can fight back. If I was him, I'd be saving my ERS for a little bit, just so that I could keep with it. He's holding on, but only just. There's nothing really going on anymore because Verstappen has dropped miles back. Well, not miles, but 1.7 seconds back from Yusuf. The gap just keeps growing and growing. Yusuf is pulling away. Looks like the Red Bull has got the pace advantage around this track. As I said earlier on in quali, Verstappen is the only Merc driver in this race because the other one couldn't sadly make it. But anyway, Jacob, Quality Boss, still in a great battle. Leclerc gets a 3-second time penalty. That could ruin him. There's a safety car in the late stages. 2.3 seconds the gap. What's happened? What's happened? It's Yusuf. Yusuf has spun. Verstappen up into P5 now. Yusuf, I do not know what's happened, but I know he has lost a place and he has dropped down really far now, 4 seconds back. This has ruined his race and chance of a podium. I'm not sure if he's got damage or not, but maybe he should come into the pits, go on the softs and hope there's a safety car at the end. McLaren is in the pits for his first stop, 14 laps on the medium tyres, a great stint for the McLaren man. He's in the pits though, goes on to the softs. Hopefully he can make the places back up. Yusuf is sadly into the pits, maybe he's got wing damage, who knows. Jacob and Colin Boss are still at it. It's a great battle so far. Where will Yusuf get out though? He's got, yeah, he had damage. Will this let Colin Boss and Jacob in front? This will be close. I think they'll, yeah, I think Yusuf will just about get in front. Yep, Yusuf made it. Yusuf has got 3 seconds for crossing the white line in the pits. That's not going to help him either. He needs to chase down the Alpine man, who was having a pretty lonely race as well as the Ferrari man in P7. You what? 10 seconds back from the AlphaTauri in front and 4.8 seconds in front of the Alpine. Ferrari are having a pretty solid race as well, P3 and P7. Josh is having a he's having a world class drive though, up in P6 for the AlphaTauri driver, sorry. If I like you, you're gonna be going. Oh, Colin Boss is still at it. Verstappen gets a penalty, which won't help him in his pursuit of RVRL. RVRL has dropped back quite a bit from Gabriel, but that has helped Leclerc so much. He needed that so much. Leclerc now has got his comfort zone of 3 seconds because of Gabriel's penalty. The Ferrari man of you what has now picked up a 3-second time penalty. Quite a few drivers now getting a penalty. It's 9 people with a penalty out of 15 drivers so far. Not the best, but it is Jeddah, as you have heard earlier. Alright, Verstappen's in the pits, probably going on to the softs. Probably come out behind Yusuf, I think, maybe? Yeah, he's going to come out behind Yusuf. Unless he goes now, this would be really close between Yusuf actually. This is going to be so close between Yusuf and Verstappen. Yusuf sets the fastest lap of the race. No, Yusuf is not going to get him. He was nowhere near. In fact, Verstappen needs to make the move now on the Alpine driver if he wants any chance of getting away from Yusuf, because Yusuf is on a roll. He's on the medium tyres and Verstappen's on the softs. He's getting hold up so much. This is helping Yusuf. He needs to use all of his speed now. Oh, no. I got that on stream. Verstappen just got, I'm not sure if it was a brake check, but Verstappen's got wing damage from the Alpine. That was if it was a brake check, then that was not sportsmanlike, and there will be a penalty coming the Alpine driver's way. That was not very nice to see, but we will move. That's really unfortunate for Verstappen, but quality boss, what a drive from him. He's got no penalties, and because Verstappen's going to come in the pits, if there's a late safety car and he's still there, he could be looking for maybe a top 5 finish because of all the penalties. If there's a safety car, and he could pit for softs. Let's check it. Yeah, Verstappen's got damage, definitely. He's going to peel into the pits. Yes, he will. Verstappen is into the pits. I'm so tired. Out. I'm just doing something, guys. Just sorting something out in my own league. Anyway, Verstappen's got a lot of work to do if he wants to catch up. Gordon Boss and Jacob are still on a good, well, not good, but he's still doing well. Oh, Richard, oh, Gordon Boss, will he get P9? This is a battle for the remainder of the points positions. It's a ding-dong battle right now, and at the moment, the Haas is on top. Let it shine. If Coin Boss can get out of a second, he's got this. He just needs to get out of his second, and then he's bound to get the P9. If I just need to check where he started. Where did he start? Calling Boss started P15, no, P16. This man, if it stays like it is, let me just check everyone else. Yeah, if it stays like this, I would give Coin Boss driver of the day. He has done an excellent drive so far, but he's got Jacob all over him, who is looking for an extra point in this race. It's a ding-dong battle, but it's not over for either of them. Jacob gets back through to take P9. That's something. Oh, Coin Boss, man, you surprised me a lot, but I have only just realised how close Gabriel has got to Leclerc. 1 second now. Has he got DRS? No, he hasn't. His back markers, Leclerc could get hold up here. He needs to hope that OM moves out the way, just for his sake. No, he doesn't. But to be fair, this will help him because he'll get DRS on the next straight if he doesn't move out the way. Is he going to move out the way? Yes, he will. Gabriel. If Gabriel wins this, man, good for him. Yusuf up into P6, but I want to stay on board with this battle. Leclerc pushing as hard as he can. He's in his fuel is on yellow, which is not good to see. He might run out of fuel soon. But Gabriel, will he think about it? No, he doesn't. This is a battle for the lead, everybody. Welcome to the stream if you're just joining us for RVRL Round 2 at Saudi Arabia. This is Season 3, and this is 2 drivers who are battling it out for P1. What in the Ferrari in P7 gets another 3-second time penalty. Oliveira 18 seconds back in P3. Having quite a lonely race, but I want to stay on board with Gabriel and Leclerc. Look at this. These are some of the best drivers you'll see on PS, battling it out. Yusuf has had a pretty rubbish race, pretty unfortunate, but can I just say, Corleone Boss, what a driver and what a drive from him. Oliveira picking up a 3-second time penalty. He needs to be wary of the gap between him and the McLaren, as I have noticed over the last lap or two it's been closing. Staffen is having a battle, but I still want to be paying attention at the front because it's a 2/10 gap. I think Leclerc will run out of fuel as well. It's a 2/10 gap. Verstappen sets fast lap. Gabriel's going to wait for the next straight. Leclerc goes wide. What is going on here? What? Okay. A DRS battle, but that doesn't help Gabriel in the slightest. Maybe it does. Goes around the outside. Can he make the move? Cover him off. Ooh. There's no contact yet. Will there be contact though? I can't get a good angle on it. Yep, he is through. He is through. Gabriel is in to P1. Leclerc goes wide. Will he pick up another penalty? No, he doesn't. Gabriel is on a charge. He is in the McLaren and he's beating a Red Bull. You don't normally see this in real life, just on pure pace. But Gabriel is quite clearly a very talented driver, looking to win. Anyway, coming onto the back straight now. Leclerc right behind Gabriel. They won't let this one go. There's still battles for the last position. But anyway, Gabriel and Leclerc, who will be the race winner? It's either now or never for both of them. Anyway, it was a pretty good battle, Yusuf and Jay. I'll look at Yusuf, but I can't look at Jay because Still me. Ooh, anyway, I don't want to look at Yusuf right now because I want to focus on the battle in the leads, but we will after this. This is neck and neck between the McLaren and the Red Bull. Usually because I've been holding back. Gabriel. If I was him, I'll just wait for the next straight. He's lifting a bit, I can tell. Look at his bar, he's braking, he's pressing the brakes. Constantly pressing the brakes. It's Max and Hamilton. What are they doing? Gabriel goes, he gets a good exit. Leclerc. Has he messed this one up? Can Gabriel send it down the inside? Leclerc's ran out of ERS. I think this is Gabriel's race to lose so far. And Oliveira. Well, this is going on. He's catching up a little bit. Oh no! McLaren he is in 3 seconds of Oliveira. He's going to get a podium. As it stands, could be a McLaren double podium, but can it be a McLaren win? If it's a McLaren win, it will be scenes in Tier 1 in the paddock. Get down. Leclerc hold on to what would be, I think, his either. I'm just going to say a victory, but it's not over yet because Gabriel is right on his rear. Colin Boss and Jacob have been battling all race for this last position. I feel like if I was Colin Boss, I'd let him through now, but he doesn't. He can't. He hasn't got enough. Oh no, Colin Boss needs to defend. Colin Boss has lost his place if he lets him through. Good. Go on, Colin Boss. They're about to start the last lap. Gabriel leading Leclerc. Leclerc's got no ERS. Gabriel's got all the ERS in the world. Go to the inside, mate. Ooh! What a move! Oh, they come together. No. That could be... Well, not a report. I mean, it could be a report because he did force them out wide. And it was a pretty dangerous move, but it did stick. Oliveira is catching them, but it's too late, and the McLaren man is catching them as well. Leclerc in the lead, but what can Gabriel say about this? If I'm Gabriel, I'll be making a move on the second to last straight, not the last straight. What are they doing? Oh, Gabriel's lost this race now. Yep, Gabriel's lost this race. Sorry guys, but Gabriel's now officially lost this race. Why didn't he just wait for him? Stay to the inside, stay to the inside. Leclerc versus Gabriel. Last corner, last lap. Gabriel sends it. Leclerc goes for the switchback. Who's going to win? This is going to be so close. Leclerc, Gabriel, Gabriel. Gabriel wins. 43 milliseconds. What a drive. Gabriel gets the win for McLaren. It's a double podium for McLaren. P1 and P3. Oliveira comes home in P4. Yusuf left possession. It's not really helping him because he's getting caught by the AlphaTauri. But it will be Josh in the AlphaTauri. He comes home P5. But oh dear, this has affected Colin Boss. He is now ruined this for himself. He can't get the podium. I'm in point. As Jacob makes a mistake, but Ewart gets P7. Verstappen P8. Some good recovery in the last laps. 7. is about to come home in P9, but overruled by Jacob in the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo. Cuevas does get a point. I'm not sure if that's a game glitch, but he does get a point. That is the first point of the season, I think, for Haas, if I'm not wrong. But Gabriel, what a drive, what a battle. That was the closest race of my life. That was great to see. Gabriel on top, McLaren double podium, McLaren back at the front, Brazil are back on top, and there'll be a lot more of this throughout the season. I'm pretty sure of that. Anyway, as we can now look at the race results, your winner is Gabriel for McLaren, starts P7 to P1. That is a cracking race. Leclerc comes home in P2 for Red Bull. Halukamichi, I think I said that right, comes home P3 for McLaren. Oliveira P4. Josh comes home P5 for AlphaTauri, a great race from him. Yusuf P6, Ewart P7, Verstappen P8 with fastest lap, Jacob P9, and personally my driver of the day, Colin Boss P10, gets a point for Haas, and 7 Velocity OM, Cobos, Itex, Jacob, James and Splandy. That was a race and a half, and I mean, I'm just glad I got to watch it. I mean, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you did enjoy my stream, and I hope I can do it a lot more because I'm full time, but it's been a pleasure, and I want to thank you all for coming, and have a good evening.